So, good morning. Yes, yes. Sunday. And we have to first make room for work. And that's always a bit tricky because I'm moving stuff from A to B. That's not how it should be, but well, this one is always bugging me. So I will. Yeah, of course. Where is it? Oh, so this should work. Yes. I just don't have enough space. You always need more space. You can't have enough space. That's the problem. Yeah. Those little glass things are awesome. Can use that for everything. Oh, let me have a look. Well, this is not set at all. Well, we will leave it there. So because behind this here is my Nscale diorama. And it's almost finished, and I almost destroyed it yesterday. So yeah, fun time. I just can say, if you're using a blowtorch, watch out. Because foam is gonna melt. Yeah, that's all I can say. Now you can make your own mind what I did. Or what I not did. This we can throw away. Then here, take this to this side. This we can throw away. Go here. And the question is what I'm doing today. I'm not sure. This is also for the diorama. I put that aside because this we will add to the sides to finish it up. But I think today we will go ahead and work over there on the Nscale layout with a bit of we have there a little work to do with the landscape, so I can work on the landscape there. We also can take to the side, so like this. Then smoke an electric cigarette. This I will not use, but this maybe I can use. Always keep your stuff. But I have to reorganize everything because I need to have some boxes where I can put in everything that's every leftover. This would be great and is great to work with because then you can put everything aside, rest parts, put in it, no problem. Use it later, later time. So my sponge is also needed. This I don't need at the moment. Spongy bongy. And I still have to work on my Woodland Scenics project. I did not work on this since, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. But I wanted to finish my Nscale diorama, and then I can work on another project. And just so you know, if you need some nice plaster to work with to shape some landscapes or build dioramas, go and have a look at scapesopolis.com, I think, and buy Mifo Shape. This is a really great product, not sponsored. But I have still, I think, 4.5 bags, because the last time I ordered 5 bags, so that's 7.5 kilo of Mifo Shape for around €100, I think, with shipping to Switzerland. So I think that's a pretty nice deal, and the quality is outstanding. And now I have to check that this works, so I will shortly. So now we have a clean desk to work on. That's nice. That's always nice if you have a clean space to work. And the question is, on what will I work? Because over there I still have some work left. And it's always, you have to find the start, so where it makes click. So start with something and then you're rolling. So I will turn you around shortly like this. So because, as you can see, this here. I think we will work on this part here, but we will also have to add or glue down some sort of a street here. Because then we can add everything. So yeah, okay. So we will work on this over here. So I take you a bit closer. Like this. And then I will this here. So I'm calling. So this one. So now I try to turn you a bit so that when someone is writing something in the chat like now. Nim Nim, good morning, hi, welcome to the live stream of my project. I will just shortly tell you what I try to do. So somewhere here. Something like this. Yeah, because I will have to add the street here, so I will cut out this part here, like this, first, and so we go step by step further. Good morning, good morning. How are you feeling today? I mean, it's Sunday. What will I do now? I will just turn around the camera like this, so then you can see me doing funny things, and I hope you can still hear me, because now I just will cut out this part. And like this we can slowly adjust the street. So that means, yeah, well, it's Sunday, so I'm feeling pretty nice, pretty relaxed. Yesterday I was eating sushi with my girlfriend because we had the 3-year anniversary. So we went to a nice sushi restaurant near us and ate some good sushi, and that's nice. And today I'm working a bit on my Nscale layout. I will try to add in a street. So that means something like this. And now I have to cut and everything a bit. So that means yeah, it's a bit back and forth at the moment, just to get the shape right of the street here. Because we also have a stone wall here, so I will have to cut out even more of it. So yeah, and it was raining before outside, so it's easy to stay inside and work on the layout. But we will go outside today still a bit. So now the question is, we'll make the street till somewhere here, I think. Then I have to cut out all this here. Because then we can place it in here, glue it down, paint it, and we have a nice street. So now I have to cut out a bigger part. And on my HO diorama, I still have to wait till the water is set. I was thinking that it maybe will be ready today morning because I did it yesterday, but nope, it's still liquid, and that's not good. So like this, and then we have to cut out here more. So yeah, sorry I can't show you what I'm doing now, because when I turn around the camera every time, you maybe get motion sickness. I just started with train modeling. Any tips for beginners? Nim. So, well, first maybe tell me what's your preferred language. If it's German, we can talk in German. That's no problem. I can switch to German because I'm from Switzerland. But if it's not German, then maybe we have to stick to English. And then the next question is, in what scale? Oh, okay. Then the next question is, in what scale are you modeling? Well, I mean, there are several tips. The question is, what do you want to know? In what category do you have questions? Here's my. I mean, there are so many categories. We can talk for hours. So maybe you should tell me a bit. What do you want to know, or in which part of the hobby you need help? then maybe I can give you some tips. I mean, I'm also not an expert, and I'm doing it my way. Mr. Common Sense, good morning. My layout is in the basement, so subfloor. So yeah, this should work. Now I have to sand it a bit down. Yeah, my layout is in the basement. And I almost forgot my coffee. Okay. Landscaping and Nscale. So, landscaping as cheap as possible. Well, what can I say? I mean, you can use paper. I also use stuff like this. I'm using this as a base under the plaster, or under the under the plaster. So I put this down. Then what I also do is I'm using masking tape. So then I put this here, and I'm putting masking tape to fix it down. Then I'm using this plaster cloths here. You could get those in every hobby shop, or like the dollar store or whatever, where you can buy sheets of this. I buy those for around $3, a whole roll, and then you can make them wet, and they have a plaster on it. So if you then put it on and they get dry, then they're rock solid. And on that I put this on top. That's it. And you can use paper mache, just glue, color. Yeah, you can use everything to build cheap landscapes. So, or not cheap landscapes, but cost effective landscapes stuff. So yeah, that's you can use almost everything. I know people are using also real dirt to make ground cover, but there you have to thin it down and then put it in the oven and dry it out, so that you don't have some micro animals or whatever stuff inside. So you have to put it in the oven for, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. But then you can also use normal earth or ground stuff from outside, stones from outside, everything. It's no problem. Good morning, Cascade Industrial Park. Common sense. On here, on my Nscale layout, I'm using Fleischmann track in Nscale without a trackpad, because I was planning another layout, but then switched to this Noch easy track layout and used the track that I have. Up here on my HO scale shelf layout, what I'm also building, you can see it here, and you can see a bit of it in the picture. I'm using Pico code 83 because and only flex track, because here, as you maybe can see, according to the box cars, I'm modeling the north US or Canada. So on my shelf layout, it's HO scale. I'm building North America and Canada, or mostly Canada, with the Canadian National Railroad. And on my Nscale layout, I'm building a Swiss type of railroad with only Swiss rolling stock from Switzerland, because I am from Switzerland. And yeah, and I'm using the Noch Easy Track Albula track plan. So here you can see the station area, and behind that blue wall on the other side is the industry area, but I did not start there. Maybe I can show you a sneak peek over here. So here you see the industry tracks and the runaround track and the tunnel, and here it comes out of the tunnel again into the station area. Yeah, that's what I'm building at the moment. Yeah, bake. Yes, bake. You have to bake it in the oven. Sorry, sometimes I'm losing the words or don't know the words in English. So yeah, you have to bake the earth when you take it from the outside. But as you say, it is pretty much used from different modelers. So why not? So here I have to find now, because I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it a bit. And here the street will go down into a tunnel under the, and then off the layout. So here it's finished, the layout. So but because here is the station, and this station building here, I designed everything by myself in my light burn, and then laser cut it with my laser, also the rooftop and everything. And this station is inspired by my home station nearby. So it's not accurate on the scale, but it's accurate on the scale for Nscale. And then also we have here this small tiny building. This one will come here. So this one I have to set up here. So yeah. And also here, maybe here I will build a small building or something. I'm not sure yet. I have not decided yet. But at the moment we are working here on the street. And maybe I have, because, and yeah, that was what I was saying is, here you also see, here is also a street, and I put down here also 1.5 millimeter fin puppet. It's this stuff. I use it also for my laser cutter, and I decided this is pretty nice to make a even flat surface. You can use polystyrene or whatever, or evergreen plastic, but I'm using this one because then I can color it and also paint the lines on it, and it's flush, so I don't have to use plaster and try to smooth it out and everything. But yeah, I will use this here. So maybe I will cut out this section here a bit like this, because over here there will be I think grass, maybe some bushes, because back here there will be a bridge, and so that you can't see the bridge when you're standing here right now, where you can't see me, you're standing right above the station section, and when you look down you can't see the bridge, so that's another scene. So you have to move over, and then you see this scene here. So that's why I'm building here this whole rock fascia, where we also will add some greenery and bushes and everything. But yeah, this is to block. That's a natural view blocker, so we can build up here another scene with, I think, with a waterfall and the bridge, then goes back into a tunnel on the other side and comes out of the tunnel, where you have another big scene with a vineyard, with an industry, and oh, I can show you the industry. First I have to check. Can you please tell me the dimension of the inch? Common sense. Which layout you mean with the inch layout? You mean the Nscale layout, or you mean the shelf layout? HO or Nscale? Which one do you want the dimension? Do you know? Ah, the noch, this one. I have to double check. So noch is telling you that I think a 1 meter by 2 meter space is enough for the layout. Yeah. My layout is 1 meter deep and is, I think, 220. 210. So 1 meter by 2 meter 10. It is a little longer than they say, but that's great, because then you can also build a scene, because as you can wait, I'll show you. As you can see here, the track is right at the edge. So a meter is pretty flush with the end of the table. So if I would, or if no, not if I would, if I could restart again, I would make it at least 1 meter 20, or at least 1 meter 10, between 1 meter 10 and 1 meter 20 deep, and the length of 2 meter 10 is okay. That's okay, because then you have enough room to build something on the side here. On the other side is a mountain, but you also have a little more room to build maybe on this side, where then you also could maybe take the station on this side, because on the other side you also have cross tracks, and they are also right next to the end of the table. So, but they say 2 meter by 1 meter is enough for the whole track from the easy track system. So, but I would go 2 meter 10 by 1 meter, 1 meter 10 at least. And then, as you can see, it's all the easy track system is all with those plastic pillars, and yeah, it's pretty easy to set up. And I have a whole series on my YouTube channel where I'm building this layout, so you can follow along step by step and learn and see how I did it. And maybe you also, because there are some complicated steps, but not really complicated. You just have to understand them. And you also get a track plan for Kato Unitrack. The Noch Easy Track system is built on the Kato Unitrack system, but Kato Unitrack for me just looks ugly, so I did not work with Kato Unitrack. And I also had all these Fleischmann laying around, so I used this one. I have a whole bunch more, but I don't need it. Maybe for another layout soon, I don't know. So oh yes, very close to the edge. That's great advice, thanks. So yeah, and common sense, what I also will do, I will add a fascia here and also on the other side, and I will build it up a little higher, so then you have a guardrail for the trains. I mean, they do not really fall off, but they can fall off, especially when you have a cat, because once an engine was falling down because of the cat. So yeah, and then I will build the fascia here, and also I will build the fascia because, as you can see down here, all my electronics are down here, so I will build in some windows so I can can access the whole electronics. And yeah, as you can see down here, it's pretty ugly looking. Down there are my switch pilots for my because I'm running digital, so it's all DCC. Every turnout is DCC, and every engine is DCC. So maybe in the future I will also make it automatic. Yeah, we will see. But that's for the future. And then there was another question by Nimnim. Yeah, exactly, Colin. Exactly. The system, the Kato system, is pretty easy to set up and play with, absolutely. But the trackpads looks just horrible. And it's so high. You have to use, I don't know, 10 kilograms of ballast just to make it vanish. But yeah. So Nimnim, about the question about cleaning the track. So far I did not have any problems with the track, but if you have to clean it, you can wipe it off with isopropyl alcohol, IPA, and just go over it and clean it with a what is the name? Yeah, with a lumpe. Sorry, I don't know the word in English. So, but then you can clean it pretty easy. That's no problem. And the best way is I fixed everything down with glue, so the track is glued, stays in place, does not move around. So when you're finished with the layout, then I use also some road pad, sub road pad. This one is the one from Woodland Scenics. I like this a lot. So it takes a bit of the noise the engine makes, but everything is glued down, so yeah, it's fixed in place and it's working great so far. And I did run some trains, of course, over here, but since now I'm building the last, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, I did not run an engine, I did not run a train at all. But the goal is to finish this side by the end of the year, and then I have a nice looking scene, then I can run some trains around and also build on the other side. And now I got back in my mind what I want to show you. Well, the plan on where I'm working depends on depends on my mood, I guess. Do I want to paint something? Do I want to landscape something? And that's also because maybe I have more than one layout or more than one project, because yeah, sometimes it gets boring, and you don't want to add another ton of plaster the next 2 3 hours. You want to maybe paint something or glue a building together or something. So I'm working on different parts of the layout, or also switching to the bigger layout and working there, because, well, at the moment both layouts are at the same stage. That means landscape. So I can landscape in Nscale, or I can landscape in HO scale. And on the other side, there will be an industry. And I mean, yes, I know it's a Swiss layout and this is a US building, but the gravel industry also in Switzerland looks more or less the same. And maybe I will add some scratch build stuff to this one, but this industry will go on the other side, behind this wall. So yeah, this one I got from this week. So now I know where to put what kind of industry I will build on the layout. Then I will also, on the other side, I will build a vineyard with a restaurant on it and everything. And that was a gift from my girlfriend. So I will build a vineyard on the other side. So there will be an industry and a vineyard, and then it's almost done, I guess. Well, a layout is never done. So then I will fastly cut out this. Yeah, absolutely. The time flies. And I mean, I'm down here in the basement. I have two small windows where I can see the outside. So now I see, okay, it's daylight. But you can pretty much get lost. And then 2 or 3 hours or 4 or 5 hours later, someone is screaming upstairs, "Hey, are you alive?" And you're looking at the watch. As you can see now, I'm not wearing a watch. And says, "Holy shit! Okay, 6 hours already in." Or fun part is when I had vacation, I had my first live stream, and I was building, talking to you guys. It's pretty awesome. I have a so active chat. I think that's the first time ever I have that active chat. That's pretty cool. Thank you all for tuning in. And I was talking, was building, and I had vacation. My girlfriend was on vacation, so I was alone at home. And then I reached a point where I said, "Damn, I'm hungry. I have to eat something." And I said, "Well, I will end the stream and go and eat something, and maybe come back later on." And I was watching on the stream, and there was written, "You're live since 8 hours." So what the fuck? The whole day I was online and I was building. But yeah, that's the fun stuff about our hobby. So, and now I'm still wondering. I think I can glue this down like this. And then I can shape it out. Yeah. We will do it like this. Maybe I can smooth it a little bit. Now I will not blow into this. I will use Alright. So, because now I can glue this in place here, and maybe I have to put out a little more, cut out a little more here. And that's also a model railroading or a hobby problem. You're putting stuff there, then you go to another side, work in another place, and then, damn, where's my knife? And you start searching and looking around, and oh, over there. And then you go use it there and go back, and I forgot. That's also where you lose a lot of time. Searching your stuff, looking for your stuff where you put it. So. And because this is paper, you can easily sand it down. It's perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. So I will now glue this down, put a little weight on it, and then we can start. We can already start working around this. Yes, so let's get the white glue. No, it's everyone's problem, not just your problem. It's everyone's problem in the hobby. So, like this, that means this side has to be glued. And I most of the time use just wood glue. Did work every time for me. Oop. And I have used a lot of wood glue since I started. That can I tell you. That I can tell you, so this is correct. So now this is going right on here. And now I have to weight it down. Get some let me get some weight. So like this. Oh, does this work? Yeah. So that means I can take you maybe a little further. So like this. See, yeah, should work. I can watch here. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, Nim. I know it's addicting, and I wish you very a lot of fun building your layout. And if you have the room where you can just let it be, that's perfect, because then you can work on it when you're feeling it, when you're feeling so. Yeah, now I'm ready. now I want to build something, then it's great. Then you can leave it by your side, work on something else, and that's just great. And now I have to grab something. Where is it? Where is my... What the hell? Ah, here. So, and I have to use this one here. So this is not sponsored content, right? It's just stuff I use to build awesome stuff. So this is also ultra thin and ultra lightweight, and it reminds me of a mousse au chocolat. As you can see, it's so easy to put on. And of course I did it the wrong way. Then you can just put this on here to smooth it out. And I mean, in the end, there will be some stuff put over it. This. And I'm just trying out different materials. So sometimes I use this one here. This is also great to build dioramas and everything. Then I use me for shape also. I use stuff from Woodland Scenics to work with, and it's just try out things and see what works best for you. And now I will. The problem is I don't have enough. I need a longer power cable, because then I can set up the laptop on here with the camera down here, so you can see better what I'm working on. I have to shortly go and search for a longer power cable. I'll be back. I'm just trying out something. Dead. So I will be back in a minute. Nim Nim, nope. That's my only noch easy track Bausatz. My only. Wait, I will be back in just a few. darfst du schon, wenn du willst. So, I'm back. I got some water and I have a longer cable, so now I have to see if this will work. And I hope you won't get disconnected. And we're back. So like this. And now I can take you. Oh my god. It's just, it looks so, I cannot even say how it looks here. It's just a big mess. My whole room is a big mess. And now the cat is coming. Catzilla is coming. So like this, okay? Like this, and now maybe I can take you over here. Yes. Perfect. Now we can work. And I have to. Oh, I always forget this GoPro has such a big view. Now you can see where we work, and back there you can't see is the laptop with the chat and everything. So I will have to turn around to see what you have written. But this should work. So, well, what do we have here? We will work on this section here. I will add some more of the Mifa shape here. Also will close down the gap here, build up here a bit, because I also have to add the last bit of street, because the street is going out here, and here the layout is finished, as you can see. So I will try to build this section here, this here, maybe a little bit of here. So for that, we first have to get some Mifa shape in here. And I will tell you how I'll do it. I have to think about everything I need now. So that means we need Mifa shape. And yeah, cats. Maybe you can see her. Nope, you can't see her right now, but I can show you here. Cat. Here you can see. That's Catzilla, aka Aria. And she will soon have a little friend. So then we have two Catzillas. So it's great because it's a reseal. It's a bag you can reseal. So now there comes the small little trick. I will not only add water, I will also add some wood glue. Yes, you heard it here first. No, it's not the first. I will add a little bit of white glue, wood glue, because this helps the viscosity of the Mifa shape, and also it's better to work, well, not better, you can also work without glue, no problem. I did it, it works fine, but it gives a little more for the viscosity of the whole thing. So, and I'm not the guy that says, you have to put 4 portions of water and to 1 portion of blah blah blah. No, I just try it, see if it's good to work with, if it needs a bit more water or not. And now you see it is almost perfect. And now we can work with that stuff. Nim, goodbye. And yeah, have fun building. Have fun starting with the hobby. It is, I have to say, a great hobby. But it's not cheap. You can almost, there's no limit. There's definitely no financial limit to this fucking hobby. Like this. Yes. First gap is closed. And as you can see, I'm using pretty much of this stuff because you can shape it pretty nice. And if you want to do it smooth or smoothen it out, you can just wet your finger a bit or take a brush, a wet brush, and then you can smooth it out. It's really nice to work with. It's really great. And you have easy time to work on it and make some shapes. I think it's around, it sets after I think 20, maybe 30 minutes. But then you can still work on it without any problem. Still have to build up the road bed here, and here I also have to add the bridge, so it's not the track here is not finished, not glued. And just remember, or just keep in mind, I will add some ground cover on this on this one here, so this will not be plain grass. Yeah, when there are 2 cats, soon there will be double trouble, of course, because Arya is now, I think, 4 years old. I think she's 4 years old. And the little guy, or the little she, we will get is around 16 weeks, so it's pretty young. It's a young gun, and yeah, we will see how they come along. But my girlfriend says she has a good feeling about that. So, because our cat cannot leave the house, cannot go out in the wild, and so it's always better to have a friend, because we also have to work every day, and then she's not alone at home. So and I think here will add a little more, because here there will be a small street coming up here. Well, it's not really a street, it's just a rough track. And yeah, then in the end, the next step is waiting. The most boring part in the hobby is waiting. Something like this. Now I have to check if the building has enough space here. Yeah, I also did not know about Me for Shapes things till, I don't know, 6 months ago or so. It's a pretty new product, and it's from, I think it's from Holland, from the Netherlands, and it's really nice quality, I have to say. Because before I also used Woodland Scenics or Noch. Woodland Scenics is nice to build with. Noch I don't really like, Faller I don't really like. But I have to say, this Me for Shape stuff, it's as you can see now, it's almost gray. And when it's dry, as you can see here, it's white. So it's like all the other stuff, but it's way better to work with than, I have to say, Woodland Scenics. So, and you can just put with a wet finger, you can easily smooth out everything, and you have a perfect ground. And on here you can afterwards put ground cover, grass, bushes, everything. Here the stones I will work with maybe with the sponge technique, with some different grays and blacks and everything. So for the stone effect, you can also carve it. That's no problem. So yeah, it's really great to work with. But now I have to figure out where this has to go. So I have to get a small car. So my problem now is I don't have a real industry car, so I have to work with this container car to see the proper height. This could work like this, and as you can see, I'm on a slope. So like this. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it a bit. Can you push pins into for trees? Well, I mean, I never did it, so I can't really say yes or no, but I would say you can easily drill a hole in it. So with a small drill, I think this should work. Maybe, or you can maybe just use something in the beginning when you are shaping it up, and then you can make a space so you can put in a tree afterwards. But I would say this should work, yes, and or you can drill it in the end. I would say this should work. So yeah, I mean, well, no, I will paint around. Just so here will be the, that means I can finish up this part here. We can take this aside. Now I have to take so, but that means we will make another pot of MIFO, because then we also can add up here a bit, maybe, but here we can also add in stuff. Maybe we can also add a little bit here. So I just have to watch this line here, because here will be the building. Or I will add the building and we're done here. No, that's not good. I have to work here around, and so no, this is not good. But I will add something here, and here I will have to add in something small. And it's always great to have some spare parts. So like this, and then we can put the MIFO shape over it, no problem. So like this. So, okay, that means I will be back, because now I have to add some plaster. Then add some glue. I should buy stock in glue facilities because it's unreal how much glue you need in this hobby. Oh, and as always, like and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I know. It's typical. It's the typical phrase every YouTuber tells you, and oh, can you please subscribe to my channel? And so, well, yeah, I'm with them. Of course, it's nice when someone subscribes to your channel, but I also say you don't have to. It's, I mean, I have to say, it's, I was never expecting to have viewers this morning, and because my last Sunday streams were all pretty chill. That's also great because I'm building anyway, so why not start the live stream and maybe have some chat, some of you guys. And now today there were several peeps here talking and watching, and that's cool. That's really cool. I really like it. So yeah, again, thank you for being here. So with this small street, I really have to watch out that it works out in the end. I have to put something under it so it stays there. Maybe. Looky. More. To cut away more. Yes, this will work because afterwards, when it's dry, I can put it away, no problem. And then there will be a fascia here, so I will always have to add stuff then afterwards. So this should be no problem. here I will just add stuff a bit, just a bit stuff here, because in the end I will put in the building and then we'll do the rest around the building. And I'm still not sure if I will add lights. Oop. If I will add lights in the end. I mean, it would be cool if you can light up the whole scene. Adds another level of greatness to a layout if you have lights, of course. I have to see. I mean, I can still just drill a hole and that should be no problem. And if I could change one thing, and I think that's where Kato Unitrack is pretty nice, is their turnout motors. I think their turnout motors are under the track and not on the side of the track, because as you can see here, the turnout motor is visible, and I already modified it, but it's still pretty big, pretty visible. So I will have to, this will be a challenge to hide them. But I have some things in mind to hide them, but I will have to see if it will work in the end. I'm not sure. So, yeah, looks not that bad, I would say. Where can I add this? I would say. Yeah. I would say this looks pretty easy, pretty nice. Also here we can then paint a rock face, here a rock face, maybe a tree or so. So, but now is the question, because now it's empty here, it's all set up here. That means I don't really need another batch. Or I'll add, because now this here is a bit, it goes down a slope, and I would like to make it a little more smooth. Yeah, okay. I will add another batch. And that's also the great thing about the hobby, is when you're in the flow. And as you can maybe tell right now, I'm pretty much in the flow. because now I can't stop. I see stuff I want to do, so oh yeah, okay, I can add this, or I can work there, and I can use this thing, and you're not stopping. And that's when you're in the flow, and that's when it's great, because then you're in the flow of creation, you're creative, and it's always nice. Oh, and I can show you something. I also have, I think I have a YouTube short about it, and I also have a video about it. So in how to create bushes like this, pretty easy, pretty fast. Yes. You can also find this on my channel, and because I also make smaller bushes, and those small tiny little bushes, I will place them all over the layout because it's cool and it's nice to have bushes. And yeah. So and yeah. So I don't know, what time is it? Already 1 o'clock? Wow. But yeah, I will now add this batch on here. Yeah, this comes along nicely, like I imagined it, because there's always a problem. You have something in mind, but how to achieve what you have in mind? Well, I say always, just try it. You have to just try it, or start. And I will soon, when my Nscale diorama is almost finished, I would say around 95%. When this is finished, I will start another diorama, but this time in the scale 1 to 35, so a bit bigger. Because I was at a workshop from a guy called Nscale. He's a iconic figure in model railroading, or in the diorama space, I would say. And he built some awesome dioramas, and I had the idea to build also in this scale a diorama, because I have to say I really like building small worlds, small dioramas, and that's why I also build on maybe just on this part, a whole day on this part, and then maybe another day on the other part. So I build it in sections. On my HO scale layout, it's everything is in built in sections. So at the moment, yeah, you see the on the back side here, the layout is not built yet, because in the end it will be a U shape on the wall. So section A is not even built. So we only have built section B, section C, and section D. And I sometimes work on section C, I work on section D, or I did not even start on section C. The track is all set, section C, D, and B, C, and E. The track is set, so I can run trains if I want. Because from time to time you just have to take out an engine and run a little train around the layout just to see rolling trains, right? And because if you work, what I want to say is, if you work in small sections, you don't get bored or you don't get burned out. And I think that's also a problem that some model railroaders have. If they build huge layouts, they get lost on the layout because there is so much work. And that's why also a shelf layout, in my opinion, is great because it's not that big. It's almost like a bigger diorama. You can build in so many details in small sections and it doesn't get boring. And also, if you have a bigger, I call it now a bigger layer because you have a runaround track, you have different tracks and everything. I built this backdrop to cut the layout in half, so I can build here a whole scene with a station and everything, and on the other side I could build a city and it would not even bother or interrupt the view because it's on the other side. You can't see it from here. You have to walk around, and then when you walk around you see a whole other layout because you can't see this one. So this is also pretty nice if you add some backdrop. This was sketchy to build. I would build it maybe a little on another way now afterwards, but yeah, you always learn. You always learn. So enough talking. We have to build a railroad. Adding the glue and adding the water. Yeah, yeah, and I mean the cost part of model railroading is, I would say, is huge. Maybe when you start with the hobby, you first have to think, um, what do you want? What do you want to do with your layout, or what should your model railroad, or what is satisfying you? I mean, there are a lot of people that they want just run trains, right? So they just want to run trains around. They want to see their trains going around, and yeah, they just want to run trains. They don't want the realistic look or whatever, and that's totally fine. That's cool. I'm not really that kind of guy. I wanna build small worlds where it almost looks realistic. I'm not prototypical, so my HO layout is not based on a real railroad out there somewhere in North America, no, but it leans to those. So I only use those kind of engines. You won't see a European HO train running around there, no. It's just Americans, just North American trains, and that's also fine. And then you have the people that just love landscaping and everything, and they maybe build a so-called short line, no main line or whatever, and build it prototypical. I mean, this is fascinating. I really love those prototypical layouts, but it's also not me. I'm not the prototypical guy, but more or less. So So now this looks almost smooth. And yeah, and if you build, I mean, I I mean, my dream would be to have a, a huge North American HO scale layout where you can run trains with 50 or 60 boxcars run around, and also with a huge runaround track. And I can tell you, I would have the space, but I first have to insulate and build a proper room. But I would have the space, but maybe in my next life, I'm not sure, because as you say, yeah, you can get lost if you have a so-called so huge layout, and it will, and of course a model railroad is never finished. We all know that, because you can add some here, you can totally build out this scene here, come back in 2 or 3 months and think, I can add this, or maybe I totally rebuild it, and it's never finished. A layout is never finished. That's a fact. That's just a fact. And also, when you're working like me on different layouts, then you're building something here, learning, go to the other layout, build something there. With the knowledge you got from here, you're already using it there. But there you also learn stuff and go back to the other layout, and so you're always building your knowledge and getting better. And then you think, maybe it looks great, but I learned a lot on the other layout, so I will redo this and do it better. That's also a problem. Ugh. This went almost to the ground. So and here I will not build more, because I first have to build up this part here with the fascia and everything, then I can finish it up. So that means the rest I will put on here, and it can dry. So, and now you see we have more rock face. And so you can, you're building up, and someday you're done, and it's hopefully looking good. And if not, do it again. And if you don't put a thick layer on it, it's almost, now it's already drying out, so in 2 or 3 hours you can work along here, so that's no problem. That's great. Common sense. Do you have a shunting area on your knock layout? Now you have to help me. What's a shunting area? You mean a shadow station? Or where you can store trains? Or what do you mean with a shunting area? I don't understand that word. Maybe you have to describe it with other words. I will shortly clean up this here. You can just here now. Ah, um, well, I have. I mean, I have the station area, so maybe you could build up trains here. I know it's not that what you mean. Then over here, I have this three industry tracks where you maybe also could say here you can build up maybe a train, and then you also have this 2 crossover tracks there where you can maybe build up a train, but more or less no, you don't have a switching yard like on the American normal layouts, I guess, or in the American layouts where you normally have a switching yard or a shunting yard where you can build up some trains to then roll them around. I will have some engines with some cars on it, and they will run around like this. And on the other side, in the industry part, there you can do some switching because you also have a switch track that should work. You have a small switch track here because I built this a little longer than on the normal plan, but you don't really have that what you mean. Oh yes, yes, but sorry, I see it now in the chat. Yes, on the industry part, I can show it again. On the industry part, you definitely can switch cars. I mean, here will be the gravel building where the gravel yard is. So here you can drop off empty cars, take full cars, and go back on the layout. And also, maybe you can see it here. Here you have a small switch track, and with this switch track, you can work there without even bothering the main line. So you can do switching up here with no problem. But I have to wait, I will just shortly check. Yes, you can switch. I didn't remember. You can switch cars out without even have to go on the main line, on the runaround track. Yes. So I will shortly clean out this and we'll be back. So, back again. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's why I love this Noch Easy Track Albula. Um, because you have the station area and you have an industry area. And you have a switch track, so you can run, I would say, 4 trains without, maybe 3 trains. No, you can have 2 trains here on the station. One is waiting and driving around. You have the crossover track on there, so you can have at least 2 trains continuously running around. And 1 train you will have on the industry where you're just switching carts with for different goods and everything. And so sometimes maybe you feel just a little you just want to see some trains running, then you can run the trains, but you also can do some switching stuff. And I mean, as you can see, you also have 2 small tracks here, so here you also can maybe do a little switching, shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, it's, as you say, it's a pretty versatile layout, absolutely. And that's why I also choose this Easy Track layout, because it's, you can do stuff. And they show it on the box. Maybe I can show the box. So here you see that's the same layout, but it looks totally different, totally. So they don't have a view block here, so you could build it like this, no problem. But I did not want to do this kind of style, but you could. Oh, wait, I can show you. Here you can see on the top here, this is the layout, how it looks. I mean, here you have the industry, so here is the view block here, and here you have the industry part with the switch track. Then here you have the cross track where the trains can cross, and here you have the station area. And yeah, you can build it like you want. You can build up a mountain here, or let it open everything and just build a mountain here in the back so you can't see this one. That's absolutely no problem. And so it's a great layout to start. Or I mean, I could totally, because this one I can take off and take it away. I could build the same layout with the same track plan and everything, and it will look totally different, and you would not see in the first time that it's the same track, that it's the same plan and everything. You can just build it another like you want. Or you can take this as a base, as a start, and add to it. I mean, this track here, it ends here now. But maybe you can add another section, and then this track is maybe the cross track on the other side, and you can maybe add somewhere there another track that it's coming back. So you can probably just take this as a base and build from there. Shouldn't be a problem. That's also the great thing about our hobby. yeah. I mean, it is if you search on YouTube, not now. Now you're watching my live stream, but if you're searching on YouTube for noch easy track Albula, maybe easy, maybe also noch easy track Albula presentation or something. Then you see the layout from Florian, from Noch. He was building to show this new Albula track plan and everything when I think they released it last year. And you see that my layout is is more or less inspired from their layout, but they built it wider. So they have the street that goes up. They have it a little more here in the front, so they could build some mountains in the back. I cannot build some mountains here because I don't have the space, because my station building is on this side and they have it here, but they are wider. They have wider. They are wider here, so it looks totally different. Even if you just add maybe 10 centimeters more, you can build a totally different looking layout. It's so awesome, so cool. So I think, yeah, the next step will be build this bridge. I really have to build this bridge, and this bridge I'm still not sure if I will build it with my laser cutter. So I first draw 2D with for my laser cutter to build it then, or if I paint, also have to draw it 3D and then printing it out with my 3D printer. But I think I will go with the laser cutter and build it something like that. And because then I have to build this in, and then I see how much or where the rock face has to go and everything, and then I can build here this small valley where the track is going over the bridge. So I will, because I really like bridge scenes. They're tricky to build, I think, but they are looking so good. When the train is running over a bridge, this just looks cool. I also have one bridge on my HO scale layout, but yeah, maybe I can show you. So as you can see here, that's section B. The track here behind here will go to section A. So, and here I will build a tunnel entrance, because I also like when a train is coming out of a tunnel. This just looks cool. So here I will build just a small industry and a small hill, so I will cover up this line that goes down there and takes another turn into section A that is not built yet. And here you see there's the bridge, and the bridge is here. This bridge will sit there. Then you have here you have a river scene, and with a mountain in the back. So this I really like to work with rivers and water and everything, like in the normal nature. And put this away, and here you see that's the industry part. Here you have the main line is where the flatbed is on, and the center beam, that's the main line that goes over there. Well, not goes over there because there's nothing, but here I built a small city / industry part of the layout. Yeah, that's the HO layout. now we are on the Nscale. I think the fourth bridge, isn't that the bridge where I never saw or never seen Harry Potter, but I think that's this huge viaduct that goes over a slope. Is that correct? I think I saw some pictures. I mean, I can show you also another diorama I built. That was my first diorama I ever built. You can maybe see it there in the back, over there. That's with a huge bridge. That's also Nscale. Maybe we can go a little closer. Comes out of a tunnel on the right, goes over a bridge, over a river, and disappears. Oh, that's not that. Okay. Wait, I have to put the camera back. Or maybe Harry Potter is the Glenfinnan Viaduct. Oh, okay. But maybe maybe I saw the bridge, and I think in Forza Horizon, I don't know if you know this game from on Xbox. There is also, because I think Forza Horizon 4 was that, or 3, where it was placed in England, and there you also had a huge bridge or viaduct or something, or maybe it's the same viaduct. I'm not sure. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was my you see it's still here in the camera. That was my first diorama I built. That was my first diorama ever built, and I learned a lot. And my latest diorama is this one. That's also HO scale. That's what I was building in the workshop when I was at the workshop. And here you also see the small bush. They're great. And soon I will go to another workshop where I learn how to make trees. And I will take my camera with me to film stuff and do afterwards do also some tutorials on how I build trees and everything. Because when I was there and asked Marcel if it's okay if I film and if it's okay if I share it with the world, he told me, of course, because I don't have the time to do all this stuff, but if you want to do this, go for it. That's absolutely okay for me. So that's why I will build or do some other tutorials soon. So yeah, and I think you can see it. Yeah, there. That's my newest engine from Scale Trains. That's an American engine. It's from the Beavers. I can show you this one because I really like how she looks. It's a 6-axle, so it's a big one. I really like this engine. It's from the CPKC, Canadian Pacific. And of course she's too big for my normal layout, but I have to have it. And yeah, there are some other engines I have. That's also a problem of our hobby. You start collecting and you're never done collecting. That's a huge problem. That's a huge problem of our hobby. So, yeah. We are at the 2-hour mark. And let's see if the building still fits. Look at this. This fits perfect here. This is just great. Yeah, this will totally work. This will totally work. And I can add stuff underneath, paint it a little, weather it, and it sits here like it was always here. And here I will add up a bit of the stuff, so then a truck can maybe, or a tractor or something can drive up here, unload, and go back there. Yes, this works. I'm happy. I'm happy. So, I would say for now, because now I have to wait, and also I see still daylight outside, so now I will go and play a round of disc golf. So do a little bit something for fitness. Yeah, I would say that's it for the live stream today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed the live stream. Those 2 hours went by so quick, and it's always great when you have people in the chat asking or just talking, and that's why I do the live streams. And yeah, as always, like, subscribe, don't forget to like the video, the live stream, you also can like it. And I would say thanks for watching, and we see us maybe in a week or so. And yeah, I wish you a nice Sunday, and see you next time. Bye bye.